Good morning, everybody. It's me again, Truth Teacher, and today I'm going to explain to you how I got these shiny, natural looking curls without using any chemicals, without using any rollers, without using any heat, only using one product. So if you want to know what I did to get this, stick around and I'll explain everything to you, all right? Peace. Okay, everybody, so I have just woken up and this is what's going on. I have my hair in these Bantu knots all over my head, and what I did is I made very small sections because like I've said before, I don't have a particularly very thick head of hair, not high density. You wouldn't know that if you saw me, if I picked my hair out in an afro, you would really think that my hair is really very thick. And for most of my life, I thought it was thick too. It wasn't until I grew my hair out and started trying to do different styles that I realized I didn't have as much as I thought I did. But to deal with that situation, what I did is I made very small sections. You can see like these are like really, really very small little knots. And in each section here, what I did is, I did a two-strand twist. So, okay, you know what? Let me just show you what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna undo this and you'll see what I mean. So, undo the Bantu knot, and now I'm gonna undo this. So you'll see this is a two-strand twist, but each side of the two-strand twist is a two-strand twist, right? So this what you're looking at here. These are two-strand twists which I need to undo. So I did two-strand twists, and then I twisted the two-strand twists. And I used my product that I showed you in the other videos, the As I Am Twist Defining Cream. So I did this all over my head, and I'm going to undo it and see what happens. Hopefully this works out. See what happens. I'll be back. Okay, everybody, so I'm back. I've taken out all those Bantu knots out of my hair, and this is what I'm left with. Really shiny, natural looking curls. And if you watch the other videos, you'll know the product that I used was this, the As I Am Twist Defining Cream. So basically, like I said before, I put my hair in the two-strand twist into two-strand twist. Now, I will say one thing to keep in mind when you're doing those Bantu knots, you don't want to have any gaps or spaces. So you're not going to be really making very, defined parts. You're going to do random. And you have to keep in mind the shape of your face, your head, etc., because when you twist into the Bantu knot, wherever the hair, direction the hair is leaning, is where it's going to stay. So, for example, if you have sections, in your hair where you got triangles, can you see this? Okay, you got triangles like that, and you've got the Bantu knot down here at the end of the triangle. You have to take into consideration that once you take those twists out, that top of the triangle, that hair is being pulled. That hair is being pulled down in this direction. You see? There we go. That hair is being pulled down in this direction. So that means the other part of the hair, the section right next to it, you're going to end up with a gap. Now, if you've got a very thick head of hair, that's not such a big deal, I guess, maybe. But, thinking about it, even if you do have a thick head of hair, it's still going to be a problem because you're going to have a space. So I made that mistake when I did the front of my hair. I had like, a big section and I pulled everything together. So what I'm doing to cover that up, can you guys see? I went back in and I gathered up those ends where the spaces are and I twisted those. So when these dry, I'll let it out and that will fill up the space. So yeah, that's all you gotta do. It's real. Well, gotta be honest with you. In terms of time, it does take time. It's an investment of time. But with this product, what I like is that tomorrow morning, I'm not gonna really have to do anything. I'm just gonna you know, put on my do rag, and when I wake up in the morning, I'll just fluff it up and shape it the way I want it to be, and then I'm out the door. Yeah, that did not work. So listen, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hair back in Bantu knots again. You just don't have to do it as small as that. Just grab up big chunks, put it in some big chunky Bantu knots, and that should preserve your curls. And if you don't want to do that, then you can just snatch it back in a puff. You'll have a nice fluffy afro puff, but you will not have the same quality of curls that you did before. So don't do that. So, for those of you, if you have a thicker head of hair, if you have a smaller forehead, if you have a straighter hairline, you can expect to achieve really good results. Like I said, you see what I'm working with. I have a very high forehead, I have a deep hairline, and I've got low density here, and I think that I've gotten pretty good results. So if I can do this working with what I'm working with, I would expect that you would get much better results, if you don't have any of the obstacles that I'm dealing with. So go ahead, try it out, make your own video, and share it with me, share it with all of us so we know how it worked for you. All right? Peace.